Right, new stream. All that anyone missed, by the way, was a call by the grave that didn't end up mastering. So yeah, we're back. Great. I really, can't emphasize how much I love the fact that I just randomly disconnect despite still being in-game at the very least. It's extra annoying. What do you... So you're on Mimical, right? And you just bricked horrendously? Yeah, they just bricked. But they were on Mimical. Well, win's a win. We beat a legitimate player. How legitimately... Sorry. How legitimate were their plays is a different matter. Right, Seed, Chronomaly spell, Glad Beast spell, Compulsory Escape, Fusion Recovery, great, for that poly I don't have. Double Cyclone, Accelerator, Ashlan. What I'm about to say may be controversial. None of that changes jack shit. We go on with the next game and see if we can actually rank up once in gold using rank 4 turbo. There is a solid chance we can, but, how many extra duels is it going to take? Because we're probably going second here. Indeed we are. It's not been particularly interesting from, the decks that we've actually gone up against. At least in my opinion. Maybe you guys like it more. And the one hand trap we have. It resolves. I don't think they're doing much of anything anyway. They've only got a 5-card extra. Yep. Blue Eyes. You're a level 4, right? So I don't even need... yeah, this feels just correct. So we activate you. We pitch Dyna. 1, 2... Pendle. 1, 2, 3. It just adds Blue Eyes. So I'm not actually in any danger. This is higher attack than anything I could put up otherwise, I think, right? Yeah. Unless I want to specifically make Gangarabai, which I don't think I do. So I guess I could, just to give myself... Oh, that... Okay. I was thinking too long. Apparently think too long. They can't be bothered with this. They're just playing Blue Eyes. How difficult could it be? Well, you see, I could probably lose to Blue Eyes if you give me enough time to try it. Oh, it really was a structure deck here. I didn't need to think that one through as harsh at all. I think the play was pretty much just make the Link 2 and try and protect it. Okay, we got 5 legacy tickets. That's a real number. That's something interesting, right? Maybe. No. No. Second copy of Actual Compulse, which is just good. I'm not sure if we get 3 copies of Compulse, I'm not sure if we replace Starry Night. Because it's just live in more situations. And that might be an issue that we are running into, just a little bit. Not everyone is making extra deck monsters in the case of the DL cards. Dream Shark, Triantis, Witchcrafter card. Still need another however many. That's like the 4th seed. I can't remember where we're at on Cliff Ore. That doesn't mean anything to us though. Monolith is a good Cliffort card, but Clifforts themselves are not a good deck. So there's the, there's the line in the sand. And we definitely don't have, like, enough Monarch cards to back them up with. We're still close to a 50% win rate. You like Clifforts? I think they're neat. I do like them. They're just not good. Like, for what they are, they're pretty bricky, right? The only... what is it? The only search power you have is exactly Scout. Which, granted, you can get, like, 6 copies of. But it's pretty much just Scout. So... we get Scales. We're going to activate, and I think I am going to pitch the Abyss Actor here, because that actually gives me Bestial Fuel. And then we Impulse. Their move. It's not the strongest of hands, but it does get Pendulum Scales, which does mean there are 2 dead draws in the deck. But it has also got 2 cards out of the deck, so well, hey. It appears to be a pretty standard deck. Again, like 42, 43 cards this time. I probably should get myself another drink after this. We have been going for about an hour. Yep. Branded Centurion. I don't think I'm going to enjoy this. Some reason, somehow. Send Oath, okay. I mean, I can just stop that, so we will. They can do it on my turn still, but then it's like, at the very least, it's on my turn, you know? I will banish my own card from the grave. Okay, that works. They do get a draw from that, but that does mean that I get my guy back in the deck at some point, so that's not so bad. You want to attack in anyway? It'd be funny. So yeah, they can still do a bit on my turn. But, oh, we can get to... we get extra deck to your hand, Supreme King Gate. This is a tuner. At the very least, I want to get to a tuner, right? So I can just Pendulum Summon out time and again. Oh. Well, speaking of Pendulum Summons. There is a rather strong theme of duality. So I think I do just Supreme King Dragon, right? Clearwing. That feels like it makes the most sense. I'm going to put it under the EMC because I'm aware that like my Pendulum Scales need to kind of point this way and this, you know, bottom right, bottom left. Magma is technically stupidly placed. I could give them it back and put them on, like, so few life points. but they still have life points. Maybe they just don't read the Spring King Dragon. Well, that goes through, which means they do get a draw of a card. And they can block a monster's attack. If they want to, of course. They're not obligated to. Right, just check the extra before I do. Yeah, I didn't actually include rank 6s. Okay. I'll do. We got a Jerusalem, we got a Supreme King Dragon, and we've got Pendulum Scales up so that we can Pendulum summon at least a guy next turn. They have a 5-card hand and some cards on the field. I mean, I get to Jerusalem. No, I don't. That sucks. And you had another one in hand anyway. I only need to deal 250 damage. It is not a lot. But the issue is, I might not have a turn. Please just, like, make a 10 for some reason. No. What do we think, guys? Do I have one turn? Fuck. Oh, I didn't want to. Okay, they put that there. You can't summon it. Oh, no, it's the extra deck block. Right. Auxilla. And then this comes back, doesn't it? No, opponent's card effect. Okay, yep, counts trap. Level 4. Okay. What with the token? $250 damage is not a lot to have to deal. That is a tune-up. That is a non-tune-up. That is another 12. I will not give you points if you guess what this is. You know, on the release of Crimson Dragon, I thought it would be a neat card. It's like, wow. They're like, there's got to be options for this. There's got to be interesting things you could do with this. Nope. There might be remotely interesting things you could do. But why would you do any of that? What's the point? Just spit out Omni-Negate Big Fuck-Off Dragon. That wasn't particularly far from doing it. I don't know. It's genuinely just a condition of that hand did not have the stats to kill them. Like, they didn't have any... No, they had a way to stop lethal, and they probably would have used it. That sucks. It was so close. That's not a bad hand. The field spell is Ashbait. we can then proceed to, like, you know, use our actual Ash Blossom target of, like, Wings of Light or Fenrir. Which reminds me, we Pendulum Summon Fenrir with this hand. Is that a good idea? Hell no, because we want to be able to Pendulum Summon 4s. But we could. Oh yeah, right. I probably want to get this out of the grave at some point. Maybe. Don't really know. If it's Albazoa, I'm not too fussed. I say too fussed. You're from Field, aren't you? Yeah. No. If someone's gonna get advantage out of it, that's gonna be me. I know they have a Bestial, but I do not care. I might have to Pendulum Summon Fenrir. Well, Ash check. It goes through. Was not expecting that. So that's a tribute from Handle Field then. They do not have anything in the grave to tribute off with it. 2 Bestials. For Albazoa. I don't really need my extra deck in this case. For every 2 cards in your extra deck, summon 1 card in your hand or extra deck. Are you going to send a monster from my extra deck? Ho ho ho. What do you pick in this case? I can just Fenrir this. Orgzilla. That is a choice. Yeah, sure. So, you. Actually, no, there's a chance I could make 7s. But is it more impactful to get the... No, okay, it's more impactful to just keep them. So we don't need these. We're not making Gangaradai against this guy. We're probably not making Topologic. Probably not stealing. And I think the least likely is this because it requires extra material. I'm okay with that. The remainder of what's left is, like, fine. Alright, gimme. I could just search for the high scale. Or I could search for another dragon. Like, Through a Swim does it. We're just gonna keep Bestials out of your grave, I guess. I mean, my opening play can be a Link too. They do not have a lot of anything. You could just hard draw it as well. That's an option. Right, Ash check, but you didn't Ash me on your turn, so I don't think you would do it now. Max C. Yeah. Alright. A Pendulum Summon counts as like 1 summon, I think. And... you're an 8. So... I can't Pendulum Summon this guy anyway. Yeah. I could just normal summon that. Have the designated card, you betcha. Gimme Ogre. Pendulum Scale. Pendulum Scale. And Pendulum Shocken. Pendulum Summon Cash Tira. The nightmare no one dared to think was real. And normal summon. You can't be destroyed by battle with a monster from the extra deck. These aren't extra deck monsters. Nice deck, idiot. I think the like actually doing the Dogmatica ritual stuff is kind of cool. Albazo is a bit of a rude card, but like White Relic's kind of neat. And so is the what's the other one? White Knight. Like, this is a bit excessive simply due to the amount it gets rid of, but I like the other two. And even then, like, Albazo is kind of cool in the fact of, like, so you don't main deck, like, you know, decent outs to cards. Pity. Stop relying on the extra deck. So no, fairly based opponent, but, you know, I'm just slightly annoyed because I'm playing a rank 4 deck that has not managed to do the things. Like, most of the games that I've made rank 4s have not been good games. Another card for the stun pile. Again. 1,000 years of stun. Now we only have 5 other barrier statues to get. And the hidden 7th barrier statue. And that's another hand, but I don't think that means anything. If card is added to your opponent's hand, except during... Okay, and then during your main phase. I mean, it's a 7 illusion. King Bear, what do you do? If this card was activated this time, you destroy this card, add a level 7 or higher monster to your hand that is in your grave or face up in your extra. Wow! So it could just add itself. Terrible. Absolutely awful. Maybe there is an illusion deck that we could be kind of working towards. Maybe that's the next thing to try and deck build theory. I said I was going to get myself a drink. Tell you what, I'll do that now. Be right back. Give me a minute. And returned. Also just realised I'm kind of doing what Hardleg was doing, just for a different rank. Because he's decided to try out some of the decks that don't really get a chance down in silver, instead of where he's really pushing in gold. And I'm effectively doing the same thing. I have decks that are far and beyond gold, which I just don't think are worth using at this point. I want to try and have other playstyles, other options, learn things. But I can't just do that if I play the same deck every time. Surprise, surprise. prize? Second. It's kind of a go second hand. Kind of. I mean, we have a summon negate, which is neat. Upstart. I guess I'll take the 1000. That's a free Cyclone. Upstart in 40, in well over 40, by the way. Card or effect. So that is just a condition. Fortunate. Yep, you can do that. They added Theosis, so what are the odds that they actually got continuous spell? They summoned the Dark Magician. They're literally doing the Master Duel meme thing. Cringe toxic floodgate deck, but they used a Dark Magician card. Wow. Well, I know what I have to save my impulse for now. There is literally one option. Because they are on Dragoon. The question is, do they make it right here, or do they leave it for a second? Not hard. Well, sure. I guess it's another level 7 body. Although they possibly worked out that it's impulse in hand at this point. Okay, Xyz, party for the Kashtira. Yep, there it is, Shangira. I'm still holding it for this fun thing. I hate that. But I have to let that go. I can't let this go. I don't have a way to out the Omni. There's Fenrir. Okay, you add a Kashtira from deck to hand. You do you. You haven't normal summoned, have you? It can also just special summon. You're also on Gate Guardian. No. No, you're not. It's just a 7. Rise Heart. Yeah, that just sucks a little bit. They are obviously geared up to allow the opponent to have as much fun as is humanly possible, and they're actually locking off my pendulum skills, which is fucking cringe. Put the unicorn from my hand. And summon the unicorn from my hand. Fuck you. And you just got him in addition, because of course you do. Fair and balanced gameplay. I can't hit over anything with a 2800 beat stick. I can change that by using Cosmic on the field spell. I have to let that go. Right. I think I have to let it go anyway. Top 3 cards of either player's deck to the grave. Wow, I wonder where my cards are going. Who would have guessed? It's once per chain. So, I think we do this now. Okay, fine, just use it. Come on. Do the thing. I can't use Alpha now. Which sucks. I can summon him, but I can't use him. 1, 2, 3 to attach a banished card. All 3 of these get banished. I could summon Ogre, I could summon Alpha. Nope. They've just got mandatory on. What was... Is it a mandatory effect? Might well be a mandatory effect. I mean, who am I kidding? This literally doesn't do it. There's no possible way this can't do it. Fun deck, bro. Fun, interesting gameplay. Actually, just before I do, we just like on every 7 under the sun. You were just on 7s the deck. This is such a bad list. I hate that I've lost to this. Fuck off. He's on 3 Dark Magician. And he is on Red Eyes. So he's planning to not be able to do the Dark Magician play. Right, let's do it. Going first. We can win games. We've already got like 5 wins, right? 4 wins? 5 wins? I don't know. It's gotta count for something. Come on. It's not a game, so they've seen the coin toss and have fucked off. No response from the game server. Yeah, right. Someone had mentioned an idea on Reddit that like the coin toss should happen in duel, so that like it actually counts as like a win for you and a loss for the like an actual loss for the opponent. And I think that works. I think that 100% should be a thing. And for clarity, they meant like before the starting hand is drawn. I could pitch Clockwork Knight, but I don't think that's particularly relevant. Yeah, I think I pitched Clockwork Knight. So, activate effect. Clockwork. Oh no, I was meant to pitch Saranir. Pitch Saranir, Saranir send a thing, Monster Reborn the thing. That's what I was supposed to do. What is this, by the way? Dragunity, that's what it is. Looks weird. MST the deck. Fuck. It's not even like the Bestials would be of any use. Nor indeed would Clockwork Knight. I'm just not gonna bother. There is not a point. It's MST the deck. I'm on a deck that wants my pendulum scales. It's not happening. I did not establish anything. Next. Just next. What the hell is that? What is that name? Anyone work that out? Is it just face rolling the keyboard? Oh, similar hand. I can't think of anything like shorthand that has a Q in it. Alright. Are we actually on Lair of Darkness? Because that'd be kind of based. No. No, we're on Dynamorphia. Well, you don't currently control the Dynamorphia. And that is a pendulum scale. Let's get rid of this thing. If it's a fusion, they use it. But yeah, here we just impulse. I don't even need to get to, like, loads of attack. In fact, if I just get rid of the Lilith and normal some of this, that's game. Yep. Game. I guess it makes sense as a starter for Dynamorphia, but, like, I'd never considered it, honestly. For what it's worth, they are on there. Yeah, it is just reveal 3. You don't have different names or anything. So it's basically just an alternative normal summon to Threezer. Although, I don't know why you're not on Fossil Dig. Because that is another way to get started. And one of the things about this is that you actually, like, don't have that many starters. You should also be on 3 copies of Lord. Like, not a question. There are a few things that are a bit weird about this, but overall it's, like, decent. Oh, another win. Let's go open a Master Pack, because we do not have enough Legacy tickets to make it worth opening. Ooh, we get a shiny. We get something cooler, maybe? Looks like it. Well, as per usual, place he bets. We got a Nordic, which is just not played. That's good for continuous trap monster. It's nice. Set one from deck or grave. I'm not sure if there's anything we'd want to discard in a deck like that, though. Those aren't really anything, any of them. Another card for the stun deck. Say it with me. I think we are, like, so far into the stun deck that if I put a sample list together and cut everything to a one-of, we could still fill up the list full of stun cards. I don't think it's close. Like, just to prove a point, let's go to the stun deck. Let's just cut down the 3-ofs. 3-ofs, 2-ofs, and I think we could still form, like, a full deck, right? That's a 2-of, that's a 3-of. But yeah, there's a 41 card deck, and we can now add back in some new cards that we've picked up. Like, did we put Skill Drain? We put Skill Drain in. Did we get anything else lately that was kind of cool for stun? I don't know. I think that's probably it. But you get the point, we still have a 41 card deck of just like one-offs that would be good in Sun. Do we have anything runic? Like, we could even add like the runic stuff in. You don't, yeah, you get the continuous spell. So yeah, maybe we'll look into Stun again at some point. The nebulous future. Alright, leave that. And let's get back into the duels. What do we have on this? Okay, we've got one of these tickets. That's neat. And then there's this mate base, which is, as far as they go, kind of neat. Like, I don't know who's really asking for this one, but it looks nice. Alright, let's keep it going. Still haven't activated enough trap cards in the games we've won. Makes you think. On with the next game. Good hot choco. I don't know what the name's supposed to be. I do know what that coin toss is supposed to be. That coin toss is supposed to be something that instills fear, that makes one question themselves. I mean, we got pendulum scales. 2 different kinds. What has the opponent got? 60 card deck, 14 extra. Start with a set. I used to say starting with a set card is a sure sign of a break. And now I have no idea if that's true. Well, it's Blue Eyes, apparently. I am wondering if it's worth me actually putting in some like life point changing cards into the deck so I could summon the Link one in theory. I think we are going to have a rough time with it, but on the other hand they're on a 60 card Blue Eyes deck, and maybe that means something. I may or may not be grasping at straws. Which is not a good idea for hot drinks, by the way. Never do that. Straws plus hot drinks, bad time. Don't know if someone needed to tell you that, but I have now. Summon a Blue Eyes from the hand. Get the Maiden out of the grave. Maiden... Or use the Mausoleum to target the Maiden to dump Blue Eyes. Maiden grabs back out the tuner. No. No, you targeted the Blue Eyes. Do you have a second tuner in hand? Because at the moment, that's slightly messed up the play. Okay. I have a feeling they have an Ultimate Fusion. Set a spell trap, okay. Raw. Yeah, you can't use that this turn. I can return this to the hand. Okay, that goes through for some reason. Get the Pendulum Scale. Ash. Okay. That was a good one. I can't target it, I can destroy it. Pitch the Starry Dragon cycle. 1, 2, So I could special make a Link 2 and then Pendulum Summon, but I don't think it's worth it. I think we just special and then Pendulum Summon. And I don't think we can add a card? Correct. Yeah, let's just do this. Those two are back in the extra deck anyway, so I still have them. And that is 55 to the face. Alpha can't attack. It can't attack directly. 25 to the face. I was right the first time. Although I didn't know it. They can get pretty much like everything back, but it's about what they do with it. Especially because there's just always the option they may not read. Summon. Target spell trap. Well, that's mildly funny that you do something like that, by the way. Thanks for the counter. Now you can't hit the alpha. Small change, but significant. Okay, now you can hit the alpha. And will you? Summon a Blue Eyes. You're gonna hit the alpha with one of them. Probably the one that's bigger. If I had to guess. What's the mystery set card that they just haven't used? They could obviously be building the deck a little better, but I don't know how much better. Lightstorm. Well, goodbye Pendulum Zones, it was nice knowing you. Monsters are back to their regular stats. Silver's Cry. This is a once per turn. So this can clear one of them and deal them a good chunk of damage, but it can only clear the one of them. And they summon that. Oh, it has to be in defense position, right? Forgot about that. So this might be game, depending on what they do, depending on what this face down is. Yeah, you can bet they don't read. So what are you setting? Can't be activated this turn, whatever you choose. Silver's Cry, okay. It really depends on what this mysterious face down is. If it's nothing, I win. Ah, nope, they have the Xyz monster. No, it's not the Xyz monster, it's an Xyz monster. Well, you gotta tribute him at least. So, Ogre does win me... No. Ogre doesn't win me the game. Kind of. I've gotta at least summon him just as a blocker. Because, like, there's no way he's gonna... Oh, okay. Sick. 1400 is not a lot to have to get through. They still have True Light and, you know, this one, but 1400 is a lot less than 28. The question is, do I survive? I'm not sure I do. They're not a great Blue Eyes player. but they might just be good enough. Which, again, really frustrates me. Okay. You're just on 2. No, you're on 3, but you did the wrong thing. No, not necessarily. Well, it's not the wrong thing, but I'm a little confused. Are you on just 2 normals? You should be on 3 if you're playing 60. Come on, game is like right there if you're on 3. And even if you're not, it's also right there. Yeah, there you go. Congrats, you found it. Ever so slightly annoying. 60 card pile. It has the new support, but he's also playing all the old stuff, a lot of 2-ofs. I love losing to these kind of things, apparently. They're not even playing the good stuff. They're not even playing like Crimson Dragon things. It is just Blue Eyes. A whole bunch of 2-ofs and 1-ofs. What do we have that increases life points? I have a lot that decreases. I have 3 Nimble Momonga. That's not going to work. I need like a spell card or a trap card. Continuous spell, continuous trap are probably like the best ones. Cauldron is just a once per turn, so that's not going to work. Gingerbread House is just a once kind of thing. Child's Play would work. I mean, small bit. Do I actually want the Time Thieves in? Like, do I want to just drop that and put that in? It's a tiny change. It's probably not going to do anything. 1, 2, 3. I think I kind of lose when they get to extra deck monsters, so let's make a change. How am I snatch stealing? It is exactly this. And I have 1/8 of my own. No, I have 2 8s. But this one will go to the grave if used as Xyz material. We also have tactics. Right, let's cut these. Let's go compulse. Sorry, let's thin all the filters. And actually, it's not going to be all that far down. Yeah, there we go. Let's put those 2 in. We've only got one of this, one of this, one of this. Is there a better trap we could do instead of the Starry Dragon Cycle? I'm not sure. Trap tricks, maybe? Oh wait, yeah. Trap hole. There we go. So, yeah, we have the Negate Destroy. We have the Floodgate. Could be good. I'm tempted to go for... I think probably just this one. It's Effect Negation, it's Destruction. That's probably the way forward. Right. In fact, what do I have in the way of trap tricks? Because they have their own, like, rank 4s and everything. And what do we have? So, each set card, during the main phase, if you control the trap tricks, you can special summon this. You cannot special summon from the extra deck, except... So it doesn't really help with the rank 4s. Normal summon, special summoned. If you activate a hole, send a set trap you control to the grave, special this. Yeah, let's skip those. I've got one extra deck slot. I can make a Link 2, 3, Link 1s aren't really oh wait, no. Yeah, right. There is exactly a Link 1. There we go. It's weird how we've got two of the same one. We can actually get the other one, but, you know. That does require us to be paying life points for card effects, which is arguably the far worse outcome. Now, that is a permanent change. But it's not really worth playing over something like this just to screw over people. Right. 49 cards is a bit big. And it's not necessarily been working so much, but kinda has. Yeah. Okay, we gotta choose. Let's go first. Discord messages on phone. Nothing super important. And nothing super important in the hand either. Look at this shit. Do I just go fuck it, beat stick? Beat stick. Lets you break this board. It's unstoppable. Much like my overall loss. The amount of time that I'm just pouring into a fruitless endeavor. I'm genuinely impressed how people can be in Light Diamond and consistently Diamond in Masochist. Like, the best I've done is Plat, really, for consistency. Diamond I just kind of got there, and it's by virtue of the fact that I can't lose, you know, a rank. That was your normal summon. Gimme. I'm just gonna hope that does it. At least for a turn. Emsby cards. I don't think you have a reason to go battle phase there. Oh, am I against a bot? Does it happen again that I've done something and I've come against a bot? Let's find out. Redo it. Monster of all time. I have a suspicion. They've set 3 cards, they haven't activated them, they just normal summoned a Rose. We have plenty of Go Second cards in this hand, and we do not need them. We almost don't need the Go First cards in it. get the feeling it is just a bot. We got a spell. It's a bamboo sword. And it could be Sky Striker. But I find it unlikely that you've got, like, 6 cards at your disposal that you can't do anything with. Probably should have drawn a card. Yeah, let's do it. Well, I can draw a card now. Okay, Lost Wind. Thrilling duels that we managed to win with this deck, you know? The odd ones where you do genuinely play well. Things are going great. I think games like this. Yeah, they just can't do anything. Redo a pass is too strong. In this kind of specific instance. Wow, Cosmic. That's going to do so much good. I need an 800-point monster. Wow, a Cosmic. That's going to do so much good. I need an 800-point monster. I don't know what they're doing. Well, again. The slow march of time, never onwards. I've also worked out what the issue is. I'm wearing my work glasses, not my happy glasses. There we go, that frames things completely different. Hehe. Uh-huh, hehe. Anyone get that? Alright. The Rescue Rabbit is the eager predator, waiting to munch on the opponent's guard board. I'll Reader kindly just grabs it for him. Scavengers. It's gotta be like a selection pack or something, surely. Just selection pack bot. Master pack bot. Something. How can it not do anything? Am I getting an epic bait and switch pulled on me? I'm going to attack for game with Reader, except I'm not. Kind of. How neat to find you here. But also how utterly unnecessary. Ta-da. My opponent's deck wasn't coherent, right? I think we can all agree on that without seeing it. But just to understand. Yeah, this is just like a selection pack on Master Pack bot or something, like, surely. What could you have been bricked on that just does nothing with an empty board? I guess there's a lot there. Could just be bad deck building. There is every chance of that. 2 legacy tickets, so 1 master pack it is, and nothing more. Okay, another shiny card. Once again, there's a chance that this matters. These... oh. Okay, these first few cards haven't, though. In fact, none of them have, because they're all duplicate cards. Aren't you happy you had, like, some tension built up around that pack? Like, some kind of anticipation of interesting things to happen. Me either. I'd love to keep talking about interesting things, but there's not been much going on interesting as of late for me. I got that, what was it, Mecha Chameleon game that seems to have just, like, absolutely popped off. I do want to play it with some peeps. I don't know whether it's like a Discord hangout kind of thing, or whether it's like, see if I can get some friends together. Or maybe even just go to the online lobbies and try it. It's not a bad go secondhand, actually. Let's see what the opponent is on. They're on 40, so in theory, consistent deck. Oh dear. Please say you're not doing the full extent of this to me. You're just having a giggle. You're not actually going to raid Raptor combo me, right? In the deck I took all my kaijus out of. You wouldn't do that to me, would you? How much do you think they get hit by this deal? I'm willing to bet not much. Detach material. Yeah, it doesn't do anything in the graveyard. There's a Brave Strix. I'm really just gonna have to time this, aren't I? Detach, set a Raid Raptor spell. You don't do anything in the grave either. Do you do anything in the grave? Not really. You do. Weird. 7. Which is not the one they searched, by the way. They just kind of hard drew that one. Yeah, they're going for the Towers play, which requires 2 or more if at least 2 remain face up at resolution. Okay. I mean, in theory, just the 2 are needed. That's the idea, right? You didn't detach the 5. Why did you not detach the 5? This can only use 1 effect per turn, so we don't need to bestial that. Send a Raid Raptor, which could send Mimicry. It sends Fuzzy, which adds Fuzzy. So there's no point in banishing it because the effect still resolves. And then you can special summon the Fuzzy. And then you've got 3 4s on the field again. You still need, like, some very select ranks in the grave, right? You need to get this guy in the grave. I guess you haven't made the link yet, and this is probably valid material. Do you target? You do target. Interesting. You targeted fully. I think this Jerusalem is just going to have to be held until super late. Ludicrously late. Make 4 strikes, add a winged beast. They're not doing it particularly fast, which makes me think maybe they don't know all the plays they need to be doing. What did you send anyway? Put this in the grave, okay. Another Necro Vulture, but that doesn't work. Correct. Still make another rank 4. You hadn't used your normal summon. Did you really not? Okay. Right, no you didn't. Okay, so you can't do anything with these two, which doesn't mean you can't link summon with them. It's exactly what they're going to do, okay. For Wise Strix, if link summoned, you can special summon one from deck, but negates effects, can't be used as material if an Xyz monster effect is activated. This is not going to activate its effect. Nor is this. Nor is anything. So I am just waiting to interrupt that one. Because that one, are you a quick play? No, you're a normal spell. You've only got a 4 in the grave, which means you could do like an 8. Because this counts. I believe you need the correct, like, levels. Check them real quick. Just check the related cards. Excuse you, I wanted to check the related cards. Main or opponent's battle, target 2 or more Raid Raptor Xyz monsters you control and or in the grave, with a rank equal to their combined ranks. 4, 7, 4. Right, so they can do it. Make everything machine. I don't know if that's going to help any. It's going to make me feel different. So, I'm not sure if this works, because in theory it's a different card, it's no longer the one that's in the grave. Like, do you check on resolution, or do you check on effect activation? You check on resolution. Good to know. Alright, fair enough. I don't think they're the most competent of Raid Raptor players, or they just didn't want to play into a line that loses to a Bestial. I don't really know. I couldn't tell you the difference, honestly. Because as far as the deck goes, it does look like a Raid Raptor deck. As far as the plays go, that was not Raid Raptor plays. And you should be on more names. Like, call me crazy, but I'm pretty sure you need more names. Anyway, win's a win. We're actually picking a few up. Much to my surprise, genuinely. Okay, some shinies. And it's just a card we already have. Not even a royal rare. Not even good cards for the rest of it. either of the situational cards. If it attacks, increase its level by 1 temporarily. Oh. Permanent like stat modification is like so commonplace and so unexplored simultaneously, and I don't know really how to phrase it. Oh geez, that's inspiring. That's a new card. That one's not. Add a Fallen of Albaz or special summon a Fallen of Albaz. You know what I don't have? Fallen of Albaz. Do I have things that mention them? I don't think so. I have Aluba. Yeah, I do have Bestial Aluba. You can add... Yeah, it's add that mentions it from your deck to hand or special from hand. So that's not worth it. Can you believe it? I don't think I have that many that mention Fallen of Albaz. How are we for the rewards? Are we doing okay? We got 7. We're nearly at 9. I do want to get to 9. We've hit most of the dailies. We just need to destroy cards. Which the opponent has not allowed us to do by virtue of quitting out a lot of the time. Which is fine with me. It saves a minute or two. Alright, let's see what we can do. We can go first. Small wins. That hopefully lead to big wins. That's my theorem. It's a work in progress that you can probably tell isn't particularly sound. Right, so it's not controversial. Add. Okay, that goes through. We got a 3-card extra, 49-card main. Add. Well, that goes through. So let's just get one of them. Doesn't really matter which. Activate effect. Pitch that one. 1, 2, set a card, your move. It's a very simple turn. 3 cards in the extra is enough, is 3 cards more than they necessarily need to kill us, depending on what they're playing. Imperm. Well, it happens. Now what? An aircraft. Right, so I don't do anything on this turn. Like, I do nothing on this turn. It's next turn. So they only had 2 in aircraft in hand. I'm risking it, but we'll go with this one. That feels like a good one. That's not bad. I think I have just like a 50-50 shot. So I think I do just battle and just hit this one, presumably. You revealed the same monster twice. Okay. You destroyed the low scale. I think it's a bait, but I'm gonna do it. Okay, not necessarily. I guess I end turn. That is a 4. I need a 3. Or I need an 8 scale, because that would at least allow me to pendulum summon 7s and 6s. End phase. Like, at the moment I can normal summon. That feels... Yeah, it feels worth. It's more attack. What's your pendulum effect? True, your Supreme King Dragon Monster to destroy this card if you do. Wait. I think that's good, right? Pendulum scale. I'll summon this. Can't do that. Do this. Tribute this. Pop it. Pendulum 8. That is not bad. Doesn't actually allow us to get anything just yet, but I kind of like having it there. Really need... I probably do need to play, like, at least one of the Supreme King Gate cards. Yeah, they can't beat Fenrir Control, apparently. They didn't draw enough in Aircraft to stick the opening. Right, now we get the Viacroid base whenever we cash in on the rewards, which is going to be a little while yet. We still got some time to go. 1 Master Pack. Do not have enough Legacy tickets to make it worth opening. I think the deck's fine enough, but it's also fine enough for gold, not for platinum. I like Horus, but... And by Horus I mean like the level Horus, but I don't think it's really worth it. Neat. Not really worth it. You're a level 4 tuner, and you're a 3 scale. Do I play Orthros? Wait, what's your effect? If you take battle or effect damage, you can special this from your hand. Neat. Maybe I do just play him. It's almost equivalent to playing like a vanilla, but it does give me more low scales. Thinking about it, I guess. You're able to tell you what, yeah. How many copies? I think I've got 3 of them. Low scale, higher scale, higher scale, higher scales. Yeah, with like really low on the low scale count. So I want to kick 1, 2. Yeah, I just want to kick all 3. There we go, pendulums. And they're 18 defense, so it is lowering the overall attack stat of the main deck. I have to live with that fact, I guess. Let's go pendulums. Just see what I have. You're a 1, but you cannot pendulum summon except for Cleese. You're a 0, but you're just a 0. Alright. You're a 2 with no actual problems. You're also a 0. What other high-low scales? 4. 1. 1's pretty decent. Are you going to control a fire machine? Probably not. Are you going to control a water spellcaster? No. So it's not worth looking out at the other Valmonicas either. This one is a scale 1. It is a Supreme King Gate card. which means we can just add it off this. It is a high scale. It is a 7. And you mentioned Zark? You mentioned Zark? You do not mention Zark. You mention Zark. Okay. Oh, you mentioned Zark? Probably do. No, you don't. Interesting. Do we need Dinotherium? Probably not. You're Pendulum 10. Count Pendulums except for ninjas, yep. You are a high scale with no real downside. But I need to have spell counters to use them properly. That's a low scale. Can be used as link material. If you control Zark, you take no damage. If you have that, you can destroy both, add poly. Do I have the other one, though? Probably not, right? No, I do. I have 1 and 1. And I said it was probably not worth playing the Absolute, except now I do have an extra 7. Like, technically more ways 2 7s? No. No, I'm still on the same amount of ways to get to 7s. It's exactly these ones. If you control a pendulum, if you control a monster, you cannot pendulum summon. Which, yeah, that's a fair restriction, but hurts. It's a high scale. Also locks you. What else do we have on, like, the high end of things? We're an 8. I mean, it's just an 8 scale. It is just an 8 scale. Do we play it over anything? Gotta think about it at least. That one's a 4. It works with Odd Eyes specifically. I don't think we have too much else that's, like, good in the end of, like, low and high scales. Low scales feels like there's easier to find good stuff for. There's scale 6, level 4. Okay, yeah, that's an effect, sure. I mean, do we even want Curtain Raiser? What was I considering playing? The Tempora? It's more 4s. And this is a 3, which is to consider. So we'd want, like, still 8 scales, but level 4s if possible, which is where I think we just fall down. 8 scale on a 4 is probably highly sought after and not often applied. As is being proved pretty frequently right now. You're 4 with a 7 scale, which can reduce its pendulum scale, not increase. Which means that you're in the same boat as the... Oh, but it is also a dark pendulum, but we did just put 3 in. You do not lock me. Yeah, you do not lock me. You should be in at least... Oh, yeah, okay, I've got 2 of them. Which means I just need 1. For an 8 scale, you're a level 7. Once per turn, target facing monster controls. It gains equal to the difference times 100. I don't think it's worth it too much. Pendulum 2. And we're right at the bottom of the list. Penned 1. Penned 1, level 8. Pay 1,000, target one of your banished dragons, destroy this, add that to the hand. And that's not really something we can summon. Oh, you're also just a high scale. Like, yeah, we've had you since forever. Do we just chuck you in? It does mean more pendulum monsters. Which is what we want. Does mean we should probably cut something down from this, though. How many 4s are we on if we do that? So that's 4. And then what? We're on 14, which is slightly over a quarter of the deck, less than a third. It's not great for the chance to draw one. This does help us pendulum summon like Fenrir and such. And how many low scales do we have? 6. So we have 10 low scales. I might leave it for the moment, see where it goes, see how it goes. To allow me to actually do, like, okay, right, we've made a couple of changes to the deck. Sure. Let's keep it going. Let's see what we can do. We've got about another half hour. That's something, right? I mean, we have already won a decent number. I didn't think we'd be climbing out of gold in a single session with this deck, but like, we have won more than I would expect. Though a couple of those are just kind of, you know, bots and equip and things. What does this give us? So this one can scale from deck. Okay, let's get an Ash check, I guess. Which works. Let's check what we have on the Supreme King Gate cards. Supreme King Gate Pendulum. I don't think I have another one, actually. Yep, that's fair. And we don't really have... Okay, so I guess it is just scale. Scale. I could pendulum for one, you know, or I could just set it. The thing is, the Supreme King Gate stuff isn't really worth it for me. I don't have a high enough concentration. My opponent is probably just gonna steamroll me, but I've got a pendulum monster in rotation, which means if I get another one, I can either do Synchro 8 or rank 4s. You know, well, no, okay, give it a second. It's the most powerful draw engine, it doesn't mean it's MST Turbo. It's Sky Striker. I'm not sure if that's better. I don't think it is. There is a chance they do just have nothing, but I think that chance is pretty low. I mean, they have 3 spells in grave, and they have a monster on the field which can use material. Which normally indicates they have everything they need. I mean, worst comes to worst, if I get another monster, I could pendulum summon. And then tribute summon. Which I don't think is worth it. You can't attack directly. You can add a card back to hand. Is that play worth it? Because you have now turned off the EMC exclusive spells, which is a good chunk of the deck, including Engage. I don't think the Link 2's worth it. That they're going to make is worth hogging up the MMZ for an extra minute. Oh, they're making another win. Kinda. What are you doing at the moment? This is not only face down, it is, you know, face down defense. It's probably not going to be attacking anyway. Can attack directly. I'm not sure what this is doing for you at the moment. Am I happy I stayed in? Debatable. I am curious as to what they're doing, if nothing else. They made 0. The card. You can add a Sky Striker spell. Congratulations. All it took was to go, like, Hayate Kagari. And, like, okay, it forfeits the battle phase, but I've set a card. I don't think they have to fear what happens as follow-up, you know? 7-card hand. Come on, you've got to be able to do something. Got no MMZs occupied. I've only got a couple cards. Return up to 1 card on the field to the hand. Okay. But it's optional to return. You're giving me my monster back. Okay, so you OTK here, or are you just... that's mildly funny. Save it. Like, if you're... No, not even planning to OTK. I am more than a little confused of that. I could Dark Rule with this, which I don't think does a lot, but I can do it. Field spell. Not many dead draws in this deck. That is one of them. Oh, this is not good. I put in a whole bunch more monsters. Man, they're gonna destroy a card on the field. Crazy. No, my pendulum monster. I may or may not. I can't be bothered to sit in this. Let's not fool around thinking we can do it. It's end phase. They've managed to clear my 1 monster. Surely that was just a freak bit. Like, I have a good amount of level 4s in here. And I still have 5 copies of the field spell base, or 5 copies of my pendulum scales, basically. Granted, the deck size is creeping up, that means I'm like less likely to draw it. I think the Bestials should arguably still be played in this. You're an 8. I do have pendulum scales. If this card is the only special thing, you can add it to your hand. Right. So, what can I do? So, I can put this in the scale. Yeah, I guess. Normal summon effect. Tribute, destroy this thing. It gives me an 8 scale. So I guess we take that. We get Orthros. We get Celestial, which is pretty decent range of scales, honestly. And we Pendle. We get 1. We get 2. Alright, add that back to hand. That's neat. And then what? Redoer? I think it's probably just Redoer. They've got a 5-card extra, whatever they're playing. I've got a monster who can tag out, I've got Raigeki for the following turn. If I can get to a Valmodica, I can also just have a link to, so that I can keep Pendulum Summon. Yugioh. No. Michion. Alright. That is not what I was thinking. Might in fact be Burn. What are we looking at? I don't want to put my Pendulum monster in the grave, but, like, you know, you do what you must, I guess. Yeah, Metion. What does Metion do? I guess. I mean, I'll just tag out. There doesn't seem to be a reason to not. Now, you can't return any monsters. Or can you? Are these Pendulum Scales considered monsters? No. No, they are not. That's an okay draw. What do we get? Oh no, you're actually playing Time Lords. Discard a level 10, draw 1. Okay. Pray tell, what's the level 10? Oh, you are playing Time Lords. And Infinite Machine. You won't get the draw. And you won't be able to activate Infinite Light. Not this turn. Ring of Destruction. That's unfortunate. When you can. They played around it. Missed timing. Fuck, man. I don't think I do anything. I think I just leave it, right? This one returns. What does Infinite Light do? Alright, they can't return if you control no monsters, but you control a monster. So now you're stuck with Metion at the moment. You are just stuck with Metion. Nope, never mind. You don't have one in play? From deck. Right. Well, brilliant. This is going to be a very fun game, isn't it? Can I out-Time Lords? Apparently not. What is my out? Wonky? I don't think it is. That one is a light. That doesn't really get me anywhere. So no, we just leave it. What would get me somewhere? I mean, I need to get rid of the trap. I also can't target Time Lords anyway, so I would need to get rid of the trap. 34, 43, but they have a nice life point advantage, and they are just going to be on burn. There are no two ways about it. Other than this card, which means I'm just not going to take any damage from it. If they're on the machines, they're going to get to more machines later. Genuinely, what is my out? Is it you? It might be that. So yeah, we just wait. This is going to be a very boring game. And also not as long as I think, I bet. I wasn't actually planning on summoning during the next turn anyway. I'm not sure if you've worked this out yet. Something in my deck that just kind of passively helps these. My Dark Ruler allows me to out one, but they just get whatever they want from their deck instead. This is one where Cauldron of the Old Man would actually be a win condition. I mean, I could put that on the field. I don't think it's going to matter. Child's Play. Huh. And I could make Monkey Quartet. Because if I make the Wonky Quartet, then it's going to destroy whatever cards they control. Right? That's how he works. Destroy all monsters. Right. Monsters exclusive. Yeah, surprisingly, this is not going to be a quick one. That's close. No cigar yet. Where is it? No. No, it's not. I need like one more pendulum, and then I can attempt to do things. And by attempt to do things, I mean exactly wonky. Or I can... Oh, it's only attack positions. Important distinction. I could do a chunk of damage, but, like, I have a feeling they just do it back the next turn anyway. So I'd have to, like, make the push really count with this guy. Also, they might just kill it using, like, Ring of Destruction or anything. I haven't summoned another monster for an eternity. Wraith Off. Oh, that is certainly a card. Maxi. Okay, fine, I just went then. Either that or I do, and I try and deck you out a little bit faster. Can I Pendulum Summon them out? I could. Special Summon. I can't target Time Lords with card effects, right? So that's kind of the snag. I can't destroy them with card effects. I think I have just put him in a corner. And by him, I mean myself. Then you can. Oh, his Absolute Dragon is a card. And what about you? It does target still. I'm not sure I've done this right. You want to do it anyway. Pendulum Scale. Pendulum Scale. Pendulum Summon. Ogre. Just Ogre. And I would love to banish one of the top 5 cards, but I don't think I'm going to. There we go. That's gotta be it. I don't think it's actually helped me any, but that's gonna be it. It is when any players wants to declare some attack, they can negate. I don't have an odd ice to summon. No. No, I do not. I've just stalled, like, a couple turns, basically. And even then, maybe not. Oh no, it has stalled, apparently. Special Summon this turn. That is not happening in this deck. I also don't have a Pendulum monster in the extra deck. I could send it to the grave from Link, but I have to target to bounce. Wrong turn, but you got the spirit. You need to do that on your turn. This might very well be the last duel of the night based on how long this is going. Speaking of time and things... Not just yet. Special Summon a Fairy. Okay. That is a Time Lord. They are all fairies, which means they get a whole 300 life. Whoop-de-doo. Yeah. I don't know if it can do the damage if it just attacks direct. Though I don't really need to find out. Oh yeah, of course it can. It will just deal me 2,000 points of battle damage. Although, I could now... I mean, what does that do? It doesn't do anything for me. Mid-deck thins. That's about the only thing it does. Get you out of the grave. You're gonna hit me anyway, so you might as well deal 2,000 from an effect damage, you know? This is also now just stuck here, and I have to deal with that. Give me a Bestial. We want this one because that can foolish an extra card, and we're just trying to get to 4s. Just banish redo it. Alpha. That is not a 4. What the hell can I do here? I need a level 4 monster. I mean, the thing is, it's like not even gonna cut it, right? You're not going to do anything, right? You can add a Supreme King Gate Pendulum monster. What do I have in deck? Nope, that's not going to do it. Right, we just hold here. I can take one more round of battle damage from this thing. Wonky will not get enough to kill. Wonky can only deal like 3,200. I think I am just dead. Just like really dropping it out. This destroys, this targets, it targets, it targets. Alpha doesn't target. Alpha doesn't target. But how do I get my attack lower? And also, how do they just like not kill the Alpha? Because I have a feeling they're just going to kill Alpha. Can't get to another one. That's 2,000. Another 600, which means I am just dead on the next turn. I mean, I can put this back in the hand. In theory. It's not much. Oh, it did just go back to the hand. Doesn't that mean I'm safe? Correct me if I'm wrong. This is not going to be useful. Although you are on Celestial Transformation, what are the odds you just have one again? Well, no, if you had one again, you'd use it again. Like, why would you... fucking wait. That was an eternity, and for what? I probably should have just, like, surrendered early on, but, like, my god. What am I supposed to do? Unless I'm on exactly the Go Second OTK. Even if I'm on the Go Second OTK deck, what am I supposed to do? I think I need to be on Generators. Well, given that that's approaching the 3-hour mark, we'll just collect everything. Where do these packs appear? Because I think it's not in this. It's in the bonus packs, right? Wait, where do these appear? Sorry, 1 second. July 9th will not appear in your own ticket until the selection pack goes on sale. It's for the next selection pack. Okay, so we have a thing for next stream, I guess. But while we're still in this one, we need to update our stats. There we are. 2588. Which means we managed to play 20 games. We didn't win nearly 20 games. won, what, 10? 9. We won 9 games. Which is better than I guess, expected. It's something. Yeah, I think that just rounds it up as a stream. It was not my best. Definitely not the worst, but I would have liked to do better. I guess rank 4 turbo might not be the deck. We'll give it its time. Do we give it its time? Yeah, we give it we give it the gold streams for the month, right? Maybe this is how we do it. We do the gold streams and just give it to a deck specifically. And then, you know, platinum is just something that's tried and tested and works. Anyway, thank you all very much for watching. I hope you guys have had a good time in some regard. My name is Catmonic, and I mean, like I said last Monday, I don't currently see why I can't stream Thursday. However, as last week Monday has proven, I am not psychic. Or I fell ill on Thursday, and streaming would have been a horrendous decision for everyone. So, you know, with that in mind, my name is Catmonic, and I look forward to catching you guys next time. Bye for now.